Don't throw these out. Sticker paper scraps. Save them and use them in your art room and in your art. Hi, I'm Creative Katie, Karen Burchill. Welcome to my channel. I'm going to share with you 6 ways and maybe a couple extras to use the sticker paper leftovers. Now I print off sentiments onto sticker papers and then I just peel and stick onto my art journal pages or ATCs. These are some prompts that I have that I printed out on sticker paper. Now, when you print it out on sticker paper, and here I printed 4 pages onto 1 page, shrinking it down in size, you always end up with the excess, the strips on each side that are waste. Now, once upon a time, I used to throw these out. And then I thought, oh, they're too good to throw out. I'm going to keep them. And so keep them I did. I assigned them a bin, I labeled the bin, and I stored these sticker paper scraps. And I really didn't use them. So I got to thinking, how can I use them? Here's one use. You can color swatch your paints, craft paints, Liquitex Basics, different kind of paints. And all you need is a 1-inch round punch, and then grab the strip and punch. And you have the 1-inch circles. Now you can buy 1-inch circles and do the same thing, but this is scraps and you already have it. So why not maximize its use? So I just punch them out. Then I just paint the paper side, peel, and apply to the tube of paint. Just like keeps it neat and tidy. Look how good they look. And in a minute, I'll show you a picture of them in my tote. This sits within hand's reach. I can see the colors perfectly and grab the right color. So use number 2, you can make shape stickers. This is kind of a bouncing off the other one. So you've got more punches. Maybe you have dies that you can put through the embossing machine and just punch them out, and you can use these shape stickers on your art journal pages, ATCs, whatever shape you have. I have a handful. I think I only have 5 punches total. Stars and circles. So here I am using some of the circles, and these sticker papers have already been colored. We'll talk more about coloring them later on. So I'm just punching them out with my different size circle punches. There's some of the 1-inch ones, and I think the bigger one is the 1.5-inch. I just rearrange them on the beginnings of an art journal page. Don't worry, you can even do circles or quarter circles. Nothing needs to go to waste. And then simply peel, stick, and you are adding another layer to your art journal page. We're going to come back and do some more sticker application on this art journal page. These are great to take along on create dates because you're not taking paint. It's really super easy to do. Well, getting the backing off isn't so easy sometimes, but persist. You can also use your stamps on these, and you can stamp focal images that you can use on your art journal pages. So for that, I'm looking for larger areas that are going to fit a whole stamp. Don't worry if there's script on it, you can use those too, because once you colorize it, that's going to disappear. So here I have, I think it's a magnolia stamp, and I'm just going to stamp on the white sticker paper. Now, alternatively, I could colorize the sticker paper first and then stamp, but I want to keep my options open for color and I don't know how I'm going to use them. You saw me brayering black acrylic paint onto the stamp, and that's going to give a little bit of texture to it. And I always find that the black acrylic paint gives me a darker imprint, especially when I print or stamp correctly, like this one. So you could do this as a stash builder. If you have a lot of these, get out your stamps, get out the acrylic paint and the brayer. You have one cleanup and you have some of these things. So I would do things that I know I'm going to use, like this magnolia stamp, like butterflies or dragonflies. I know I'm going to use lots of them. So I'm using the heat tool, but I'm keeping the heat tool further away. There's an adhesive. Remember that sticker paper, and you don't want to activate it or get it to work. So then I'm just quickly cutting them out. And the sticker paper is really super easy to cut out. I can cut it out, just keep it in the stash. The next use, number 4, you can stamp sentiments on the sticker papers. The strips are just usually the perfect width. You can use sentiments that are stamps that you already have words on or sayings on. You can colorize the sticker paper first or leave it white like this and colorize it afterwards. Again, I'm using the black acrylic paint, but I could colorize it and use gold. That makes a lovely thing. Or you can use letter stamps like these wooden letter stamps and make your own specialized sentiments. Sometimes you just can't find the perfect one. So I have a collection of wooden letter stamps, different sizes that I've picked up at Michael's and online, and I use them. Now here, I'm just peeling and sticking. Remember that art journal page? And now I'm adding the focal image, this white magnolia, and I'm putting a coat of fluid matte medium on top in case I want to colorize them. That just seals the paper a little bit and gives it a little more substance. Now the sentiment, I'm just doing like a bubble cut around this. I'm removing a lot of that excess white. But again, you can colorize it. But my background here is white, so I don't want it to stand out anymore. Just peel and stick. And because it's peel and stick and I'm doing it on that, if I make a mistake, throw it out and I can stamp again, or I can stamp individual letters, peel and stick the individual letters, and away we go. So joy found. And there's the finished art journal page. Now we can also use the sticker paper to break a page or add the first layer to your background. So all I'm doing here is ripping it and peeling off the backing and sticking it down. Now it's white on white, so I apologize that you really can't see this. I will give you a tip though. It is easier if you peel off the backing first and then rip it. Just saves time and stuff. But I can see myself taking, especially some of those smaller strips and ripping them. Even this, when you stamp or use the punch, you can use this on the page and it will add interesting texture and pattern to the page. Now I do finish this art journal page and that will be in another video and I will link that. But here I'm just colorizing it just to show you how the texture from the sticker paper looks. Now again, my sticker paper is really good quality and it sticks, so the adhesive is really good. If what you're using isn't, you may want to put a coat of matte medium on top or underneath to add to the stick. So there is the background. Look at the texture. You can see those strips and it's free. And here's the finished page, so stay tuned. Now, if I didn't want to rip those strips, you can leave them just in the shapes they are, in the rectangular shapes. And I'm going to demo here just using that. Again, I'm layering them up, going overlapping, and this is just going to give a slightly different effect. But super easy to do and uses something that you otherwise we would have been throwing away. And here again, I'm just colorizing it with yellow oxide. And I think I used burnt sienna in here. And then if I rub over top of it, some of that texture comes up. But I'm going to show you another way of bringing out the texture that's going to add some instant pattern to your background. Here I grabbed, well, I thought I grabbed my Stabilo all pencil. It was a charcoal pencil, but I switch it out. Here's my Stabilo all pencil, and then I'm activating it and just outlining those rectangular shapes, texture in the background. And that becomes the first and second layer of my background. Now I don't finish this one, but I did want to show you this option. And you can bring out as much or as little of that as you want. Now, use number 6, you can make your own DIY washi tape. So these are ones that I've made in the past. And we're going to talk about how to make them. There, I just swatched out colors and to make some borders, just different colors here. And I did these in a stash builder session. Now, the problem with that is that I may not be the perfect background for a project that I'm on. So I might want to do that right when I know exactly what I want. But these could be used as collage papers that you rip once they're colorized. So here are the process. I'm picking out some of the longer ones or the bigger ones for this because these are double-sided. I could cut them in half and that will give me more border. I'm picking a color scheme that I love. Now I tape down the sides, but that really doesn't work right there. You'd have to overlap it a little bit more and then you lose some of the sticker paper. So you decide which is better or worse. So I'm using yellow green and a turquoise here and just adding the first layer. Now don't worry about the text there because by the time you add the stamping and stenciling and all the detailing, and it's not really going to show, or it's just going to add to the finished product. So the benefit of doing this is you can do multiples at one time, one clean, and away you go. Like I said, I probably, if I was making a specific border for a page, I would take a brand new white sheet or a brand new white strip from my pile and colorize it to make it perfectly go. Here I'm using a silicone trivet that has a honeycomb pattern. I'm putting some of that turquoise on and stamping. So you don't even need to use your stamp, but you can use any stamp, any stencil, any mark maker on here. And you can leave it at any stage. Here I'm just going to stencil on with white. Loving, loving, loving the look. So again, I can add more layers or I could stop at any layer. One of the things that I might do is have these strips close at hand. And when I have leftover paint, that little bit of leftover paint, I can grab a strip and paint it. And then I'm splattering with Prussian blue. And letting that dry. Look at all that loveliness. So let's do another one in a different color scheme. Then we're going to talk about ways to use these. So here I'm using Naples Yellow and Quinacridone Magenta, and I'm blending it with a makeup sponge right on the paper. Now again, you don't want to get it too wet because it's paper and you don't want it to warp. And in fact, they do warp. You just have to kind of straighten them out a little bit. Here I'm just adding a little gesso to knock back some of that text, but again, I'm not overly worried. I just wanted to show you the option of knocking back the text. So there we have the base color. I'm doing some script stamping with archival ink. Doing a stash builder like this is also great when you want to create, but you're not really sure what, you're not feeling overly creative. Here I'm using the turquoise. I had some leftover paint and it goes so well with this coral color that I've created. So I'm just stamping with my dot stamp. And then here I'm just adding some white stenciling. Actually, this was gold, sorry, and then I do white. So I did 2 with gold and gave a little shimmer and shine, and then 2 with white. So let's talk about how we can use these colorized ones. You can stamp sentiments on them. You can stamp the focal image stamps. Here's what I also might do. I might get out my mark makers and just my black paint and do some black stamping on here. Then that will stay in my bin. And then all I have to do is decide what color I need that goes with the page, and I can just do the colorization afterwards. So it's kind of a halfway plan. So you can use these as borders. You can keep the rectangular shape, put them on 2 sides or 4 sides, or if they're wide enough, you can cut a wave or some kind of design on here. Here I've got these rulers that have these curves on them, but you could freehand this or make one that you like and then use that as a template. And then I'm just cutting it to get that wave, and that makes a more interesting border. So we can go thinner or we can go thicker. So here I'm doing basically the rip and strip, which I did with the white sticker paper, but these are colorized. So this is like using collage papers, and I'm putting it down, but it's so fast and easy. Just peel off the backing, rip it, and stick it. And this gives you your color scheme. And in this case, I'm going light blue permanent and yellow oxide. I finished this one as well, but that's another video. So stay tuned. Now save your sticker paper and use it in one of these 6 ways.